So I am Jill, and I'll just set the scene. My audience for my scenario would be a lower level English comp class in a university setting. And so I guess I'll just get started. Welcome to today's session of information literacy instruction. We'll be primarily discussing how to conduct a proper database search for your research papers. We'll talk about how to find opposing viewpoints or opposing points of view for your research, specifically using the Gale and Context Opposing Viewpoints database available through the King Library. First, we're going to start off with a little game. So I'm going to need at least a handful of you to, I don't know, unmute your video. Is that how I say it? Just need anybody who's brave. I know it's the end of the night. And thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Okay, so what you'll do, you're going to hold your hand up so we can see your 5 fingers in front of the screen. And we're going to play Never Have I Ever. So I'm going to read a sentence, and if you've done it, you'll put down a finger. So here's an example. Never have I ever read a Harry Potter book. So if you did that, you'd put your finger down. Okay, so pretty simple. So we're going to play Never have I ever belonged in a book club. So if you have, finger goes down. Never have I ever skipped to the last page of a book. Yeah, I have. Never have I ever read the entire Harry Potter series. What's that face, Mike? Never have I ever read a graphic novel. Never have I ever listened to an audiobook. Never have I ever stayed up all night reading a book. Never have I ever read an ebook. So we're down to Melissa, at least for who I can see. So we've narrowed it down to 1. So what we've done is similar to how we would narrow and filter the results from a database search. And we're going to see that a little bit later on in our lesson. So now we're ready to move on to talking about database searches. Sorry, let me see here. There we go. First, some basics. There's a lot of information out there, and it's important to know how to find information on issues that covers a variety of viewpoints. It's also important to know how to use those resources. It's also important to know how to find quality information like peer-reviewed articles. Peer-reviewed articles and journals are written by experts and reviewed by other experts in the same field before the article is published to ensure the article's quality and validity. So we're going to explore the Gale and Context Opposing Viewpoints database as one way to start finding that information. We'll look at how the Gale and Context Opposing Viewpoints site is set up, how to browse issues by category, how to use the search bar, how to filter a basic search, and some of the different tools and features that are available. So let's get started. Sorry, let's see. Sorry, let me try that again. Sorry, it's not switching screens for me. Let me try that again. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So the Gale and Context Opposing Viewpoints is available through the King Library homepage. From here, you will scroll down to Articles and Databases, and then from there, you would just click on the O for the opposing viewpoints. And you would need to enter your SJSU login information to access the database. Oops, there we go. This is the Opposing Viewpoints in Context main page, which highlights issues of interest. Oops, no, it is not the main page. I apologize. Here it is, main page. issues of interest. And if you scroll down, it has some issues by different categories. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you can go to all 467 issues where they just list them out for you. And here, we'll just click on one to see what that looks like when we do that. So we'll check out police reform. And if that is something that we're interested in, then we can read more about this topic. And across the top here, it just gives you some details about this article. And if we scroll down just a little bit across the top of the document, it gives you an opportunity to read this in a variety of different languages. You could also make the font size larger or smaller, or you could listen to the document. And if we look over to the right side of the screen, you'll see an area that says Explore, and you'll find links to articles that are similar and related subjects, and these have hyperlinks. And one other thing that I wanted to point out on this page, at the top is the citation tool. So if you click that, you are easily able to choose what format that you would want to use. They have MLA, APA, Chicago, and you can just select that, and that copies it to your clipboard, and then you can paste it into your document. Of course, you want to be sure and proofread that before you would ever turn your paper in. And now that you know where to go for preset topic headings, we're going to look at how to enter our own topic that we might be interested in. So you would just go to the search bar at the top of any page, and we're going to look at acupuncture and see what comes up. And here they, when we enter that, gives us all the different content types across the top, journal articles, magazines. Over at the top, it's news, and we got some results. But if we wanted to narrow the results, sorry, I have to move some things here. Okay, we can filter the results right here. Remember when we played the Never Have I Ever in the beginning? This is where we do it, but database style. So we can narrow it by publication date. They give us some presets where we can do it with the past week, month, or year. We can do a custom date range. Can narrow it by subjects or document type. Also gives us an opportunity to just filter it by the publication title, newspaper sections. The other thing, which is important when you're writing a research paper, peer-reviewed journals, because like we talked about earlier, you do want to make sure that you have peer-reviewed articles for your papers. And so we're going to take a minute and do an activity and practice our skills and do some brainstorming for keywords. So I'm just gonna switch over and do a new share. Okay, can everybody see that new page?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so just to save some time, I already picked a topic, and that is how is text messaging affecting teen literacy? And also, just as a time saver, I also pulled out the concepts. So all we're gonna do today is brainstorm some additional keywords or subjects, concepts that would go along with each of these broad concepts, and see how that would help our searching. So if anybody has any ideas, go ahead and enter those in the chats that would go along with the, let's start with text messaging and just enter it in the chat. So any other words or phrases that we could use for text? Great, texting, thank you. Oops. Sorry, did you want grammar for text messaging or for literacy? I think that was concept 1. Thanks, Jennifer. All right, and left unread. All right. Predictive text. All right, I think that's probably predict. I'm sorry if I missed any. Okay, let me see if I can type that predictive text. All right, that seems like a good start. Let's move over to teens. What are some synonyms or other ones for teens? Young adults, youth, adolescent. Great. And, oh, Gen Z. Oh, I like that. All right. Anybody else? All right, we'll go over to grammar or literacy, sorry. And so grammar, we have reading, writing, reading comprehension. All right. That looks good. So let's just pull out a couple of the big ones for our search. And see what happens. Sorry, I'm writing them down. Okay, now we're just going to go back to our website. And let's do a search. We'll be using some Boolean operators. So we text or we'll do text or social media and youth or adolescent and literacy or grammar or reading. We'll just see what that does for us. And I know where you can get your hands on another good lesson on Boolean operators. Just see me after class. Let's do an advanced search. All right. So here we see our results from this. And again, it comes up with the different contents at the top, academic journals, news articles, magazines, reference. And if we needed to, we can filter our results like we talked about earlier. by date or subject or publication title, and of course, peer-reviewed journals. So let me see. So in this tutorial, we've explored how to find basic information using the Galen Context Opposing Viewpoints database available through the King Library. We know where to find details about the documents, how to do a search, how to brainstorm to improve our search results, and how to use filters to narrow our search. I hope you all enjoyed the lesson today and feel confident in your abilities to search using Opposing Viewpoints database from the King Library. Now, as always, if you have questions, feel free to contact an SJSU librarian, and I've also listed my email in the slide. Thank you for coming.